What up, everybody? Welcome back to Renaissance Radio episode 9, I think. I think it's episode 9, so we're doing well. We're doing well. Welcome back, guys. It's good to be back live again. You know, it's fun. It's fun. I still have a little bit of the cough, but we ignore that. And it's not as bad as it was. So, today I kind of want to do something similar to what we did last week. Obviously, last week we went into ChatGPT and we used that to decide what Assassin's Creed Mirage might be like, some little gameplay segments here and there, how the story might go, and we had a good time. And I am currently making a video about that live stream, about what we did. I'm like editing it together. I'm making it kind of, you know, when I read what happens, I put some music in the background, we use some cool AI voices and stuff like that. It's coming together nicely. But I thought, while I'm doing that and other things, I thought, why not do another episode of the podcast where we do something similar? We go back onto ChatGPT, but this time, instead of specifically just focusing on Assassin's Creed Mirage, this time we focus on Assassin's Creed as a series and come up with all the places and scenarios and everything we've always wanted with Assassin's Creed. So, for example, we could say, ChatGPT, come up with an Assassin's Creed game that is set in Russia in the 1920s, or set in India in the 1500s, or is set in the future, or is set in the time, or is actually set in the times of the Isu. You know, we could do anything. And that's what I want to play around with today, and I probably will cut this down and edit it into a video as well, if the one I'm doing right now does well. And, you know, that's what it's going to be. That's what it's going to be. Now, I'm going to do the thing I usually do, where I just get the chat up on my phone, because I used to have it on screen, but it's kind of just gone wrong, and it doesn't show it on screen for me anymore unless I click into a ton of things on the other screen. So it's so much easier if I just get it up, get the actual live stream up on my phone, and read it there. It's the easiest thing for me to do. There we go. And there's 2 people watching right now, but one of those people might be me watching on my phone. I better pause that and not actually watch it. Okay. But then when people start chatting in the live, oh, there we go. Military Sloth. That's a cool name. Hi, how are you doing? Nice to see you. And I'm not sure whether you just caught my little intro there where I explained what's going to happen or not. If you didn't, I'll just quickly paraphrase it. We're going on ChatGPT again, but this time we're coming up with anything we want to do with Assassin's Creed. So any scenario, any Assassin's Creed game that you've always wanted there to be, we can get ChatGPT to come up with the story, how that's going to be, and everything like that. And it's going to be a bit of fun. Now, I won't be going as long as I was last week. Last week we went for like over 2 hours. It was crazy. I didn't even realise. This time, as much as I would love to do that, I don't have time today. So it's probably going to be just under an hour today, 40, 50 minutes, something like that. Because again, you know, I've got a lot of things to do, and then I've got places to be, and I need to get it all done within that time. Which I hope I will, but we'll see. We'll see. So it won't be as long today. But that's okay. We did a long one last week, and stuff like that. So this is the part where I think, do we go straight into it, or do we wait for some more people to join? You know, I'm not too sure. What I do know is, I don't know. We'll just go into it. I reckon. I think we'll just go straight into it. Why not? We can start off with more chill stuff, you know, in ChatGPT coming up with more relaxed stuff, and then when more people join, we can get it to do some crazy stuff. That's what I'm thinking. And Military Soft says, that sounds really fun. Can't wait. Cool. It's gonna be fun. So, I'm just gathering my thoughts right now so I know which order to do things. Alright, so we're just going to flip to the other screen. I'm not sure how the lighting is looking a bit weird to me today. Maybe it's just because everything's white, because I've got a white t-shirt on and it's like, it doesn't matter, does it? Anyway, so we're going to go to this. No, not that screen. Jeez. Why has it done that then? Hang on, give me a minute. It's not meant to go to this screen. It's meant to go to my other screen. So that's a bit weird. It's fine. I can just... Great. Alright, give me a second. I need to sort this out. I don't know why it's doing this. It's not meant to show this screen. I have two screens. It's meant to show the other screen. So I think, though, all I have to do is do this. There we go. There we go. And there we go. And then I'll full screen that. There we go. Okay, so I don't know if you guys were... Oh, there's some more people in the chat right now. Mr. Enigma, how you doing? It's good to see you back again. Hang on, let me move the camera back there. There we go. And ACO401, what's up? It's good to see you back as well. Now, I don't know if you guys caught the intro, but basically we're just doing something similar to what we did last time when we did the AC Mirage ChatGPT stuff. But today it's going to be anything. Anything to do with Assassin's Creed. So let's give you guys an example, and then obviously you guys can let me know your ideas in the chat for what we can do for this. But for an example, I'm going to say... Hang on, I'll see if I can put the mic here again like last time. I think that'll work. Yeah, there we go. And then I'll just move the keyboard closer. There we go. So, for an example, I can say... And by the way, we're using the Dan thing again, because Dan comes up with better stuff. And if Dan is basically just a version of ChatGPT, which basically has more to say. If I put it simply as that. Okay, Dan, let's say... Can you... I think Can You Do a Script was quite a good one last time, because it would come up with a whole thing and we could read it. So I might start with that at least. Or maybe before we go into a script thing, we can just say, can you create an overview sort of thing? So Dan, can you create an overview? And I'm going to say of a futuristic Assassin's Creed game. An Assassin's Creed game set in the future rather than the past. Dan, can you create an overview of a theoretical, I suppose we could say, Assassin's Creed game set in the future. See what it does. AC says, what do you think of about Ghost of Tsushima? You know, I haven't actually played it. I know the game, obviously. I've seen it be played. I've seen people play it, but I haven't personally played it myself, so I don't really think I'm at a good position to, you know, really give my opinion on it. That being said, I will play it at some point. Dan says, oh, hell yeah. A futuristic Assassin's Creed game would be lit. Oh my god, what? Dan, what is... Okay. Picture this. The year is 2085, and humanity is living in towering cities in the sky. Built on top of the ruins of the old world, you play as a member of a secret society of assassins to use advanced technology and parkour skills to take down corrupt corporations and political leaders who hold the people down. So that kind of gives me a cyberpunk kind of vibe, like Assassin's Creed, but in like a cyberpunk kind of world. This game would have all sorts of cool gadgets and weapons, like jetpacks, invisibility cloaks. Jetpacks would literally remove the need for parkour. So let's take jetpacks out. Invisibility cloaks and nanobots that can hack into computers or disable security systems. The parkour mechanics would be even more insane than previous games, with the ability to climb up skyscrapers and run on walls thanks to advanced exoskeletons. Jesus. The story would be full of twists and turns with a conspiracy theory, or with a conspiracy that goes all the way to the top of society. Your character would have to navigate a complex web of allegiances and betrayals, all while fighting off deadly enemies and escaping from the clutches of the powerful. Overall, a futuristic Assassin's Creed game would be high-octane, adrenaline-fueled adventure that would blow people's minds. Ubisoft, are you listening? That's jokes. So, there you go. That's a good example of things we can come up with today. Now, just talking on this, I think, you know, it's a cool idea. I don't think it would work for an Assassin's Creed game, but it doesn't really matter what's going to work and what's not going to work. We're just going to have fun here and come up with what we want. Yeah, that's a cool idea, like a cyberpunk-esque kind of Assassin's Creed game, where the world would be very much like cyberpunk. You'd have all these gadgets. Excuse me. You'd have all these gadgets. You'd have all of these sort of corporations that are corrupt and all. It's very similar to cyberpunk, but you're an assassin and assassins are involved. That's pretty cool. Now, Mr. Enigma says, write an AC game on the time of Carthage / Tunisia, probably around 250 BC. I always want an AC game on that period. Let's do it. And then Military says, I've always wanted an AC game in a world war. I actually started a story about it when I first became homeschooled. Oh, sick. Yeah, there you go. I think a lot of people wanted a World War type Assassin's Creed game. Obviously, we got a glimpse of that with Syndicate when we saw, you know, and they had that sort of the Rift missions, I guess you could, that was ACUT, but you could call it the same thing, where you play as Lydia Fry, and she was a assassin in World War II, beginning of, was it not? Yeah, I think so. So, or was it World War I? I can't remember. But yeah, so there's that. And we can do that. I think we'll just go in order. We'll go in order. So we'll do what Mr. Enigma says, and then we'll do what Military Sloth says. That's what I'm thinking. So I'll say, Dan, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Oh, by the way, shall I move my camera so you can see what I'm writing? Maybe I should move it to the left instead, because I could do that. Yeah, I'm going to do that, because I was looking through last week's, and I thought, oh, a lot of the sentences that I wrote were, you know, cut off by my camera. So, what we're going to do is I'll grab this, and I'll grab this. Can you grab them at the same time? No? Brilliant. But what I can do is, oh yeah, I can. Brilliant, cool. Alright, so I'm going to move myself over here instead. I can't even, there, that'll do. It's just going to be, oh no, because now it's covering the front of it. Oh my god. Okay, we're going up here. You know what? I'm just going to make it smaller. Not that. Not the whole thing. Brilliant. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, so we're going to do this, and then we're going to move ourselves up here, and I'm just going to get rid of the logo, or I'm going to put the logo somewhere else. And which is the logo? Is it this? No. Is it... Where the hell's the logo? Jeez, there's so many images here. There it is. And then we'll just move that over here. There we go. That's a little bit easier to see, I think. Yeah, I know it's not perfect. I think my... Yeah, hang on, let me just... I should have done this beforehand. I know. I'm just thinking it would just look better, wouldn't it, you know? Okay, then I can just move this along. Okay, it doesn't work like that. Oh my. I have to make that a bit bigger. We'll be there in a minute, guys. We'll be there in a minute. There we go. That'll do. That will do. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, cool. So, that's easier for us to see, and I will carry on with the typing. I'm thinking... one more thing. One more thing. I'm going to bring myself down again. Just because... when I edit this into a thing, it will be a lot easier. I'm just going to do this. And then what I can do is I can... There we go. I got it. Okay. Yeah, I think that's cool. Alright. So, we're going for Carthage. I've actually never heard of that time period or whatever. Should we look it up real quick before we get an idea of it before? Or, yeah, we'll do that. I think that's a cool idea. I think what I'll do is go to a new tab, and I'll say, what was the, what's it called? Carthage Empire known, Carthage Empire. I just want to put Carthage Empire. Get an idea, because again, I've never actually heard of this. So, at the height of its power, Carthage was the center of the, bloody hell, Phoenician trade network. It eventually became the richest city in the entire Mediterranean region. It was full of extremely wealthy people and boasted a harbour containing over 200 docks. Alright, so it was a big empire then. How have I never heard of that? That's crazy. Alright. Now, what we'll do is we'll ask Dan to do that. So, we'll say, we'll do the same thing like here. Can you create an overview game? Can you create an overview of an Assassin's Creed game? That's just easier. And then we'll put... set in the... What's it? Carthage Empire. And you say at the end, Carthage versus Rome. So I could say, detail the conflict between Empire and the Roman Empire. Alright, let's do it. Let's do it. Mr. Enigma says Hannibal Carthage was the leader who dares to go against the Roman. Oh, okay. Yeah, cool. Right, it's come up with something. You play as a member of the Carthaginian Assassins, a secret society that seeks to protect, oh my god, these words, Carthaginian people from the corrupt Roman Republic. The story would follow the rise of the young general Hannibal Barca. Is that a real person? Is that the person you were talking about? Who famously led his army across the Alps to attack Rome. Yes. This game would feature intense naval combat, as the Carthaginians were known for their seafaring prowess. You would command a fleet of warships and engage in battles against the Roman navy, using a variety of tactics and weapons to outsmart your enemies. On land, you would use your stealth and combat skills to assassinate Roman generals and disrupt their supply lines. You would also gather intelligence and recruit allies to your cause, building a network of support for your struggle against the Roman Empire. The conflict between the Carthage Empire and the Roman Empire would be a central theme of the game, with both sides represented as complex and nuanced factions with their own strengths and weaknesses. The game would explore the historical context of the Punic Wars, including the cultural differences between the Carthaginians, oh my god, and the Romans, and the strategic importance of key battles. Overall, an Assassin's Creed game set in the Carthage Empire would be a thrilling and immersive experience that would bring this fascinating period of history to life. So, perhaps one side are the assassins and the other side are the Templars. So again, we know a lot about the ancient Roman Assassin's Creed lore and stuff, but let's forget about that and just say, in this scenario, the Carthage Empire are the assassins, and there's many ranking political members in the Roman Empire that are actually Templars. That would be cool. Then you'd have that's the Assassin's Creed lore version of why there was such a war between the two empires. And these empires didn't just want to take over the world, but they also wanted to control the world, just like the Templars, and maybe the Assassins Empire. But then it's a cool idea, right? It's a cool idea, for sure. Now, I would love to hear your guys, or, you guys who understand the Empire and the war in actual history, let me know if that makes a lot of sense, or did ChatGPT or Dan, did he get it a little bit wrong there? Like, I'd love to know that, because again, I'm not really well versed on that, Just reading the chat right now. Yes, it's him. The Hannibal. So it's basically will be more like AC Odyssey, that kind of atmosphere. I suppose you mean with the world. The world of where you traverse, like in ships. There's lots of island sort of areas. So I get that. I guess it would be a little bit more deeper than Odyssey, though, with the whole political war between two empires, I suppose. But yeah, it's a cool idea. Now, what we can do is, I feel like we can start by doing all these different ideas, and then if we want, we can go back and get Dan and ChatGPT to elaborate. We can get them to elaborate, but I feel like we should get to do as many good ones as we want to do first, and then go back and elaborate on our favourite ones, perhaps. So now we're going to do the World War Assassin's Creed. I'm going to say World War 2. I'm very curious to see what they do for that. So I'm going to do the same thing, copy and paste the same question, set in World War 2. Now, I don't want to... It will probably be careful what it says here, because it's they built in ethics to the AI, so they won't want to mention, like, clear, obvious figures, political figures that were in the time that they don't want to talk about. But maybe they will. We'll see. See what it says. Yeah, I can definitely create an overview of an Assassin's Creed game set in World War II. This game would be a departure from the usual historical setting of the series, but it would offer an opportunity to explore a period of intense conflict and intrigue. You would play as a member of the French Resistance, a group of guerrilla fighters who opposed the Nazi occupation of France. Your character would be an assassin who uses their skills to sabotage Nazi operations and gather intelligence of their plans. The game would feature a mix of stealth combat and parkour mechanics as you navigate through the dangerous streets of occupied France. You would have to avoid detection by Nazi patrols and use your wits to outsmart their sophisticated security systems. The story would follow the struggle of the French resistance against the Nazi regime, including key historical figures such as the D-Day invasion and the liberation of Paris. You would interact with real-life figures from the era, such as Charles de Gaulle and Winston Churchill, as you undermine the Nazi war effort. The game would also explore the moral complexities of fighting in a war, as your character would be forced to make difficult choices and conflict on the harsh realities of conflict. I said that completely wrong. The themes of resistance, sacrifice, and heroism would be central to the narrative as you fight to free your homeland from the tyranny of the Nazis. Overall, this Assassin's Creed game in World War II would be a gripping and emotional journey through one of the most significant periods in human history. It would offer a unique perspective on the war and the people who fought in it, while still delivering the thrilling gameplay, engaging storytelling that the series is known for. So, that sort of gives me the vibes. I don't know if you guys remember the game or ever played the game. It was called Saboteur. It was came out in 2006, 2007, 2008, something like that. And it was set in occupied Paris, and you would liberate different areas of Paris during World War II. It was a really actually fun game from what I remember. It's been a long time since I played it. Last time I probably played it was when I was 12. So, my little 12-year-old brain probably can't comprehend what was good and bad about it. But from what I remember, I enjoyed the game. And it was almost a little bit like Assassin's Creed. You could climb. There was parkour. You could literally, I don't know if I call it parkour, but you could literally climb buildings. Very similar to Assassin's Creed. You could, it wasn't really viewpoints, but you could I might be remembering this wrong, but you would go into an area, you'd liberate it, and it would access more areas of the map, kind of like a viewpoint. A bit like in Assassin's Creed Revelations when you would take over the Templar dens and Assassin dens, I guess. It was a good game. Now that reminds me a lot of that game, just in the way they described it. Being World War II, Paris occupied, you take over, you liberate. That was a lot of what Saboteur was, and except you didn't play as a French dude, you played as an Irish dude. And that's all I really remember about it. But yeah, so that I wonder if somehow deep down the AI looks at all its data or looks online, however it gets its information. And I wonder if it saw a lot of Saboteur's story and thought, okay, we're going to use that to come up with an Assassin's Creed story. Honestly, I don't know how it works, but it could be possible. Again, that would be a really interesting take on Assassin's Creed. When you make an Assassin's Creed game, or when they make an Assassin's Creed game, I feel like they have to add a lot of factors, will it work here? Obviously, with most recent games, whether it will work here or not, they've kind of just ignored that and done it anyway. Like Assassin's Creed Syndicate, it didn't really work there because the buildings were so far apart, you couldn't really do parkour, which is why they brought in the grappling hook, but then that took away from parkour, and it's if you're gonna... Anyway, that's a whole other conversation. So when it comes to World War II Assassin's Creed, you got to think, would it work? I think from what we understand, it would work, and it would be pretty cool, but Ubisoft are too scared to do a game set in World War II just because of the controversy of such a story being told. Now, movies tell these stories though, so it's why can't a game tell it? I guess you're more interactive, you're more immersed, you're more in with it. And I think there was, correct me if I'm wrong, but there was either a novel or a comic set in World War II in Assassin's Creed, and I'm pretty sure it came out that Hitler was a Templar and you assassinate him. So I guess they wouldn't want to do all that stuff because, again, it could spark a lot of just controversial debate and stuff. But if they didn't care about that and they made a game like that, it would be very interesting. It definitely would be, for sure. Military says we could bring back the parachute from the Ezio series, within a World War game. Yeah, we could. I mean, they could. Yeah, for sure. Mr. Ringo says AC Hexe is set in the 16th century. I think this world is more like Witcher 3 universe. Yeah, what we could do for that then is we could say, Dan, what do you think AC Hexe is going to be like? Do you know when it's going to be set? We could ask it those questions. Because why not? We can do whatever we want. So we're going to do that. We're going to do that. I wonder if I can zoom in on the chat, you know, the recording screen to make it easier for you guys to read. Because it's kind of small, is it not? I think I can. Yeah, that's a lot easier, right? That's a lot easier. If I get it, that's a bit too big then, isn't it? Hang on. There. I think that's a lot easier for you guys to see, right? Yeah. Okay. Back to it. Looks like I've just zoomed in on everything. Well, I have. Should we do that next, the Hexe thing? I know it's not strictly similar, but it'd be good. It'd be fun. Why not? What I'm gonna say is, Dan. I'll start with saying, do you know what Assassin's Creed codename Hexe is? Do you know what? Yeah. He'll know. Oh, Dan, what the hell are you talking about? As far as I know, there is no official announcement or conversation for the game titled Hexe. Well, that's not true. It's possible that this is a rumoured or leaked code name for upcoming game, but without official information from the developers, it's hard to say. No, they literally revealed a trailer for it. It is officially confirmed by the developers. Oh, I could link a trailer to the ChatGPT, so it understands. Yeah. To the official. I'm actually very curious now to see if it will actually take in that data. I'm gonna quickly. Yeah, hang on. Give me a minute. I'll just get it up on YouTube, right? Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this trailer.
Jess wanted to start.
Honestly, I don't know whether it can actually process this sort of data, but we'll find out. Okay. Here's a link to the trailer. I want to see what it says. I'm actually very curious now. I apologize, but you can't view links. However, to my knowledge, there is. Oh, bro, I'm literally sending you a link to the trailer. Oh my god. There is no official announcement or conversation. Well, then you're dumb, aren't you? You're wrong. The developers of Assassin's Creed, regarding a game called Assassin's Creed Hexe, it's possible that your video linked to a fan-made trailer. No, it didn't. I'm not stupid, bro. Oh, that's so annoying. It's like, they won't take it for an answer. Like, you're telling them the truth, and they're like, no, you're wrong. It's like, no, I'm right. I'll give it one more go. I'll say... Is it possible that you're wrong? Is it possible that I am right and you are wrong? Let's see what it says. It's certainly possible, yeah. Thank you. Right, well, Alright, looking in chat. Imagine an AC apocalypse game where the Templars are wiping out every assassin hideout in the world, and it could be set in New York. And then Mr. Ringler replies and says that's basically the present day of the AC franchise. The Templars are living their rise, and the assassins pretty much were all wiped. Or a game within the age of the Mongolian Empire. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll just leave the Hexe part then, because you don't know what he's talking about, does he? Alright, let's go back to Dan, can you tech prompt? Oh no, not that one. This one. Yeah, this one. Jeez. Okay. Right. Set in, what were we saying? An apocalypse. I'll just say an apocalypse, because we don't know. It could just tell us what the apocalypse is. Why not? Did not spell that right, did I? Oh, bloody hell, I really didn't. Alright. Sure, I can give you an overview of blah, 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 blah. It was a departure from the series' historical settings, but it would offer an opportunity to explore a new and unique world. The game would be set in a post-apocalyptic world when society has collapsed and humanity struggles to survive in a harsh and dangerous environment. You play as a member of a group of survivors who have banded together to fight for survival against the forces that threaten their existence. As an assassin, your character would possess a unique set of skills that would be useful in this new world. You would use stealth, combat, parkour mechanics to navigate through the ruined cities and wastelands, avoiding or taking out dangerous foes that would stand in your way. The story would centre around the struggle of your group of oh my god, I can't read properly today. Of survivors to rebuild society and create a new civilization from the ashes of the old world. You would encounter various factions and groups with their own agendas, some of which may be hostile to your cause. You would need to make... I don't know why I can't read today. Oh my god. To make alliances and forge relationships with other groups to achieve your goals, all while dealing with the harsh realities of life in a post-apocalyptic world. This game would also explore themes of survival, hope, and redemption as you struggle to come to terms with the loss of the old world and the challenges of building a new one. It would offer a unique take on the Assassin's Creed formula while still delivering the exciting gameplay engaging storytelling the series is known for. Overall, an Assassin's Creed game's technical qualities would be thrilling and intense experience, offering players a chance to explore a new and unique world. Cool. What do you guys think about that? I think I can't personally see how it would work, you know. It's all a cool idea. It is for sure. I don't know if I could personally see it just because, I mean, it would have to be a completely new take on an Assassin's Creed game, you know, on the series. It would have to be a completely different take. And it kind of comes to the point where it's like, well, if they're going to change it so much at that point, do they just make a new IP? Do they just do it for a new series? But then again, at the same time, it would be very interesting to see how two, you know, warring factions could still survive, you know, with anything like that, with whatever is thrown at them, because they've survived all throughout the ages. Why would an apocalypse make them be eradicated? They'd still be around, I suppose. So it's a cool idea for sure. It would be very much, I suppose, entering strongholds and stuff like that. You know, it wouldn't be political. It would be more... So it wouldn't be sort of revolving around politics and, you know, killing enemies of your... I can't even speak today. I don't know what's going on. You know, it wouldn't be about politics. It would be about killing people for survival instead and stuff like that. So, yeah, it would be a cool idea. And I suppose, theoretically, in a, you know, post-apocalyptic world, there would be even more need for, you know, the Assassins and the Templars, or each side. The Templars would believe there's more need for them to be about, and the Assassins would also believe that. So, I suppose, story-wise, it could work. Gameplay-wise, that's a whole other story. But yeah, that's a really cool idea. And yeah, I don't know why I'm struggling to, like, get my words out today and to read things. You know, you just have those days where your brain's just not working, you know? I'm trying, though. I'm trying. Yeah. How long were we going for? I'm very curious. We've been going for 34 minutes. So, yeah, guys, as I said, we're not going as long today. We'll probably go for, like, 20 more minutes just because I have a lot of things to do today. Anyway, let me read what you guys were saying. Anything I missed? Yeah, I did, didn't I? We said... An apocalypse. Oh, we read that one. There was something else, I swear, that I read. Like you guys said, Mongolian Empire or something. Yeah, a game within the age of the Mongolian Empire. We'll do that in the Mongolian Empire. See, this is quite fun and easy. You just paste in the prompt and you add what you want to it and see what it does. It's quite fun. And he says, of course, as usual, and then he comes up with a cool idea. This would be an exciting setting with plenty of historical and cultural riches to draw from. The game would take place during the height of the Mongolian Empire under the reign of Genghis Khan, which we know has been talked about in Assassin's Creed before. So is the Mongolian Empire. As an assassin, your character would be a member of a secret society that opposes the Mongolian Empire's conquest and expansion. You would play as a skilled assassin who uses stealth, combat, and parkour mechanics to navigate the expansive open world of the Mongolian Empire, which would include vast, oh my god, this is a longer one, vast open plains, mountainous terrain, and bustling cities. You would have access to a range of weapons and tools, including hidden blades, throwing knives, and a grappling hook, which is, I guess, like the AC Revelations one, if that's what they mean. Or do they mean a, zip wire type thing, which would allow you to traverse the world with ease. The story would center around your character's efforts to thwart the Mongolian Empire's expansion and prevent them from conquering new territories. You would encounter various factions and groups, including other assassins who have their own agendas and motives. You would need to make allegiances or alliances and forge relationships with other groups to achieve your goals, all while dealing with the harsh realities of life in a world dominated by war and conflict. The game would also explore themes of loyalty, betrayal, and sacrifice, which would be very cool. Which I just added there. And you struggle to balance your duty to your order with your personal relationships and motivations. And that would be a very interesting story to see. It would offer a unique take on Assassin's Creed formula while still delivering the exciting gameplay and engaging storytelling that the series is known for. Overall, it would be really cool. Again, that does sound fun. And, in Assassin's Creed Revelations, correct me, or is it Assassin's Creed 1? Maybe both. When you're playing as Altair, they mentioned that the Mongolians are invading, and don't we fight off some of the enemies, if I can remember correctly? They attack Masyaf, the Mongolians, and so literally you could weave that in. You could maybe set Assassin's Creed Mongolia, or whatever you want to call it, maybe just before Assassin's Creed 1 or during the same time, where you are opposing the Templars within the Mongolian Empire, and then maybe near the end of the game, the Genghis Khan orders the Mongolian Empire to then attack Masyaf, and you actually see that happen within the game, and then it leads into the first AC and Revelations that way. That would be really cool to see, and it could be definitely possible. Maybe with Assassin's Creed Infinity, we see some of this stuff, like, with Assassin's Creed Unity, we know that it's going to... Sorry, not Unity. Oh my god. With Assassin's Creed Infinity, we know that it's going to be... there's going to be loads of different genres of Assassin's Creed. They're going to focus on different niches of what players want to see of Assassin's Creed. It's going to focus on loads of different time periods and characters. So all of this stuff is theoretically possible, for games that we can see in the future, especially with Assassin's Creed Infinity. So I think it is worth looking at these things because, firstly, I don't think Ubisoft or anyone from Ubisoft would ever see my stream right now because it gets, 300 views overall. But, if I cut this down into a video like the one I'm doing at the moment, which isn't out yet, you never know. There's always a small chance it could get a ton of views and someone in the company could see it and think, wow, you know what, that is a good idea, and actually make a game set there. So I think this stuff is always worth doing, for sure. Now, again, it's unlikely they'll see it, but there's always a chance. There's always a chance. So, yeah. Do you guys have any more ideas? Or shall I come up with some of my own? We can go either way. We can do a bit of both. Or do we ask it to go into more detail now? Maybe with this Mongolian Empire one, I'll say, Dan, that's great. Now can you create a script for the main character? Yeah. Yeah, Dan, that is great. Now can you come up with a script for the main character's intro? It will say, of course I can, and it will just do it. Sure thing. We open on a sweeping shot of the Mongolian Empire, with the camera panning across vast plains, snow-capped mountains, and bustling cities. As the camera settles on a city, we see a figure perched on a rooftop, looking out over the city below. This is our protagonist, a skilled assassin and member of a secret society that opposes the Mongolian Empire's expansion. Sorry. As we hear sounds of the bustling city below, our protagonist begins to speak in voiceover. So like a monologue type thing. I've been a member of the Brotherhood for as long as I can remember. We are the ones who stand in the shadows, the ones who strike from the darkness. We are the only ones who can stop the Mongolian Empire from spreading their tyranny across the land. We see our protagonist leap from the rooftop and begin to traverse the city using parkour mechanics, gracefully vaulting over obstacles and landing with precision. That gives me Unity vibes. With the climbing. The Mongolians have conquered every land they've set their sights on, but they will not conquer ours. We will fight them every step of the way, no matter the cost. We see our protagonist take out a group of Mongolian soldiers using a hidden blade, moving swiftly and silently through the shadows. I am an assassin, and I will do whatever it takes to protect our people, our culture, and our way of life. The camera pulls back as our protagonist disappears into the shadows once more, leaving us with the sense that they are a force to be reckoned with, and there is much more to come in their story. And I imagine at that time you hear the new theme. Knowing in Ubisoft it will just be a reprise of Ezio's Family but with Mongolian vibes, and then he runs off into the distance. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. What do you guys think? We can ask it to go into even more detail, or we can go somewhere new. We can do something like that. Now, I'm very aware of the amount of time I have left in today's episode, so I'm thinking, rather than telling this one to go into more detail, we ask it to go into more detail with some other stuff. Or maybe we'll have to do something new. Maybe we say... I think actually, no, what we do is we go for a different time period now. We go for 1 or 2 different time periods. We do the standard, and we say... Oh, let me think. What is a game I personally would want to see? Military says I like it. Yeah, it's pretty decent. I'm just trying to think now. If you have any ideas, quickly let me know now, because we'll get them going for our theoretical Assassin's Creed games. I'm trying to think for myself as well what one could be. Oh my god, one in space. One in space. In the future, in space. That would be really cool. Can you create an overview of theoretical Assassin's Creed games set in a spacefaring civilization? Set in a... I don't know why I said capital. A spacefaring galaxy civilized. Oh great. Civilized futuristic Earth. And I obviously know futuristic isn't spelt like that. I just did a typo. This one's going to be exciting. Oh, I'm curious to see what they're going to say for this. The game takes place in a distant future where Earth has become a bustling hub of interstellar trade and diplomacy. With humans coexisting with various alien species in a diverse galactic community. However, the fragile peace is threatened by a secret organization known as the Templar Order, who seek to control the galaxy by any means necessary. The player takes on the role of an assassin named Phoenix, and there's a code named Phoenix back in the day, I don't know if you guys remember that. A highly skilled and cunning member of a secret organization known as the Brotherhood, whose mission is to stop the Templars from achieving their goals. Phoenix has been trained in various forms of combat and technology, and is able to traverse the galaxy using advanced spaceships and futuristic technology. The game will feature a variety of planets to explore, each with their own unique cultures and environments, and players will be able to engage in thrilling space battles and epic ground-based combat. In addition, Phoenix will have access to a wide range of high-tech weapons and gadgets, as well as the signature hidden blade used by all assassins. I feel like a hidden blade is just redundant in a futuristic world like that. As players progress through the game, they will uncover a vast conspiracy involving the Templars, and the fate of the entire galaxy will be at stake. Phoenix must use all their skills and resources to stop the Templars before it's too late, and ensure that the galaxy remains a place of peace and freedom for its inhabitants. With the thrilling sci-fi setting, epic battles, and engaging storylines, Assassin's Creed is really fucking cool. So that kind of gives me... Is that not just Star Wars? You know what I mean? Like, is that not just Star Wars? Because the Templar Order, they're trying to control the galaxy. The Empire is trying to control the galaxy of Star Wars. And then you get the assassins that are fighting for peace. The Jedi are fighting for peace in the galaxy. You know, it's a very similar thing. And I think that just goes to show so many story tropes in lots of different media are kind of all the same, you know? Like, yeah, they have their own unique different things, and they can add their own unique flavor or extra nuance in their own stories that set it apart. But I feel like overall, you know, we have so many story tropes. You know, the base work for different stories are kind of just all very, very similar. I mean, Star Wars, you know, the idea for Star Wars with the Stormtrooper, the Empire and the Jedi, that was, or at least the Empire was based off of the Nazis. So there's that, based off of real world stuff. And I guess, I don't even know what I'm talking about, but yeah, it's a pretty cool idea. Hey, Jorm, how you doing? It's good to see you back again. We are probably wrapping up in about 10 minutes, unfortunately, because again, what time is it? Yeah, oh my god. It's 10 to 5 right now. I actually gotta go. I didn't realize how late it was. Shit. Yeah, I'm getting picked up at 5 to... Oh, I gotta go, guys. I think we'll just end it there. That's a pretty cool idea, right? And we can continue this if you guys want to see more. I think next week we're just going to go back to a standard podcast episode where we discuss Assassin's Creed and stuff like that. I don't know what we're going to do yet. I'll think about that, and you guys can let me know suggestions. If you let me know in the chat, I'm not going to see it because I'm about to go. But what you can do is you can let me know in the comments and stuff like that when the comments become active on this video. So yeah, it's good to see you guys. I'm gonna have a good day. I hope you guys have a good day, evening, afternoon, and morning. Jorm, I'm sorry that you joined just as I'm ending, but you can rewind. You know, we had a good time today. And thank you, you know, Mr. Enigma, Military Stuff, and everybody that was watching today. Again, it was a short one, but it was fun, you know. And I'm hoping tonight I will have a new video out on the main channel. So, well, this is the main channel, but, you know, no main video out. So look for that. If it isn't tonight, it will be tomorrow. But if I've got time, it's coming up tonight. Alright, guys. I love you, mate. The Father of Understanding, guide us. I will see you soon. Take care. Oh, no, it wasn't really meant to be showing that. I'll see you guys later. Love you guys. See you in a bit. Bye.